Alright guys, today we're gonna be auditing Ruan Marinho's website, which is Develomark.com. So basically Develomark.com is Ruan Marinho's agency's website, and I've actually bought Ruan's course before, a couple years back. I believe it was last year or the year before, and I've taken his SEO course, and obviously he teaches a lot of good stuff and all that. So I mean, I've also been a big fan of him for like a long time now. So what we're going to do today is basically we're just going to audit his website and see what he has done well, and basically whether there are any rooms for improvement as well. So that's what we're going to do today. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in. Let me just put myself right here. Alright man, so you can see Ruan has a very nice website, like with a background has a nice little background overlay, and then the Develomark logo at the back. Cooling day. Yeah, it is a cooling day indeed. So today we're just gonna really understand why Ruan structures his website a certain way, and what I feel he could do better, and what other areas for improvement, pretty much. So let's start right away. Obviously I could do the SEO audit, but it's just gonna be a bit boring, because all these things, I think if we were to go through all of them, I think it's just gonna be repetitive at this point. And frankly, I think technical SEO is not something that that Ruan focuses very heavily on. So I think for Ruan's website, he has come a long way. You could see that back in 2018, when he was still trying to do a lot of SEO for his website, and then it just went really high. At some point he was trying to target New York SEO and whatnot, and then I think this was the part where he migrated out of WordPress and he went to Duda, and then it just went downhill, and then downhill again. So I think again there's also a couple of algorithm updates that led to this. So that's the reason why I would say it led from a traffic value of 39,000 on Ahrefs down to 3,797. I know Ruan doesn't care that much anymore, because most of his clients probably come from his YouTube channel, and also most likely other sources like referrals and stuff. And Ruan has stated many times that clients that find you through organic search just ultimately have a longer sales cycle, and as a result tend not to be the best of clients, right? Because it takes a lot of convincing and a lot of persuasion and whatever else. So nonetheless, I don't know, there's 3 people on stream right now. You guys want to see me go through all these, because I think it's going to be boring if I go through all these. But what I want to focus on is more on the web design and the content of his website, and why he structured it a certain way. And that's something that I feel psychologically will be more interesting for us to look at. Alright, nonetheless, since nobody's kind of replying now, but doesn't matter, let's just go through everything. GA and GSC, I think obviously he has it, because on stream he has always showing his GA and GSC. Site redirect to preferred version, I believe Duda actually takes care of that, because he's using Duda. So just in case you guys want to find out how to search, how to audit whether the site redirects to the preferred version, it's very simple. You can just install this plugin. It's called Redirect Path as a Chrome extension. So you can see the moment I enter the HTTP version, it just basically redirects to this. So just in case you want to be 100% sure, you can open the incognito mode version, which is what I'm gonna do. Just go into incognito. Yeah, it's obviously taken care of because Duda takes care of that for you, so that's for sure. Anyway, this is Chase Rainer's SEO template. Because yeah, I slightly modified Chase Rainer's SEO template because there are things that I just want to add in and stuff, like the duplicate content at the start and whatnot. Okay, fifth icon, you can see it's a pink color, nice little fifth icon right there. Robot stacks, pretty sure Duda has that already. You could see it's down here. It's also not even blocking anything, so that's fine, I guess. Sitemap included, obviously it's included in here. Checking your browser before accessing. Okay, so there's Cloudflare. Oh, I'm surprised. Cloudflare. Oh, okay. I'm not sure whether that is because you know, Ruan specifically connected to Cloudflare and blocked IP addresses that are outside of the United States. That could be one reason. But again, this is not a big deal, but I'm just gonna indicate it as an X as well, because chances are he has it somewhere. It's just that it's not listed as a / sitemap.xml. It's probably, you know, another URL because it's Duda, right? So we don't actually know where the sitemap is. Let me see. No, it's not here. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just indicate it as an X. HTML sitemap, website sitemap. So it's definitely there. Oh, it's a 404 page. So yeah, okay. So I'm not sure what happened here, but definitely want to take care of that. Sitemap is in the footer, but the sitemap is not. It's a 404, so we definitely want to get that checked out. About page, definitely the who we are page is the same thing. Contact page is also there as well. Terms of services, privacy policy, as we saw earlier on. Let's just take a look at that. Oh, okay. So these pages are all not found. So I'm not sure what happened there, everyone. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but we definitely want to get that fixed. So displays in the footer, but it's still not, you know, it's not around. Like it does not exist. So I would definitely get that fixed for sure. Unsecure content, we have a copy of Screaming Frog already running. We're just basically going to click on HTTP. So click on protocol and then click on HTTP. We got a couple of 503 errors. So if you guys are not sure what 500 errors are, they're basically the server errors. Service temporarily not available. So it could be because Duda specifically blocks Screaming Frog from running. But nonetheless, let's just take a look. Not sure what happened here, but let's just take a look. So I think one thing about using Duda is that it doesn't actually work very well with Cloudflare, because Cloudflare is a content delivery network that writes on an external server, whereas Duda already has an existing content delivery network called Amazon. Let me see. Duda Content Delivery Network. I think it's called Amazon something. What was it? I can't recall, but it's definitely somewhere. Amazon CloudFront. Yes. So Duda already uses Amazon CloudFront. So if you stack another content delivery network on top of Amazon CloudFront, then I think it might cause some issues for users like me that are on the other side of the world. So that's definitely something that I would take care of as well. So unsecure content, there's a couple of HTTPs around here, nothing too much to worry about, but definitely something that I would fix. Internal duplicate and external duplicate. Copy, skip, and sideliner. Just gonna enter that in. Let's take a look. We got 2 people on stream. If you guys got any questions, just feel free to ask. Is my mic clear though? Because I'm afraid like I'm using the laptop mic as compared to the the mic that I bought. I don't know. Okay. Please make sure you. Okay. Seriously, it's just a forward slash at the back. Right. One error. Site liner was unable to reach the what? Okay. Do we have to take away the forward slash? What? This is weird. This is weird, dude. Why can't Let's try an incognito mode and see if it has the same result. This is very weird. It's definitely the correct URL, right? Yeah, maybe maybe Duda is preventing some crawling from happening. What laptop are you using? I'm thinking of getting one, but don't know whether I should go refurbished or secondhand or new. Yeah, I'm using a ZenBook. It's an Asus ZenBook. I bought it at 1.8K. I think it's 16 gig RAM and like 1 terabyte or something in terms of storage. I kind of buy it because like I use it to go like client meetings and stuff sometimes, so I kind of want to travel light. This thing is probably like 2 kilograms or something. As you can see, like somehow we are getting some errors with Copyscape and Sideliner. So I would think it's because Duda is preventing some crawling from happening to protect the website, right? So I would just indicate it as an X. So if you don't know, like Ruan actually shared this thing called public IP www. What was it that he shared? Public I can't recall, but there was a website where you can use to search all the name servers of search for all the name servers housed under a website. I can't recall, man. There was a website that allows you to, is it public? Some public? Nah. Oh, is it this one? Let's try. Nope. Okay, screw it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but either ways, you can actually check where the website is hosted on, like the name servers of the website quite easily. Not sure whether, let me try to search. I think I can bring it up. Just give me 1 second. Public. Public triple W. Okay. Sorry guys. It was public triple W. So this is the website where you can search for the name servers of the website and websites that are hosted under the same server. So when you enter public triple W, right, what will happen is you will be able to find all the websites that are hosted together with the website that you enter here. So you can see when I enter develomark.com, like it just shows all the websites that are hosted under here, under the same server basically. Alright. And then if let's say I were to key in my own website, you will see that I host a couple of other websites as well, which is why you see all these other websites here. So yeah, it's just something that is interesting, I guess, to kind of stop where the person's website is hosted. Like for example, if you want to see like what are all the websites that are hosted under the same ClickFunnels server, then you can just use public www. Categorized URL structure, you can just basically look at his blog articles and stuff, right? Because all these, who we are, what we do, let's see. Where are the sub pages? I don't see the sub pages. Why don't we just click on sitemap? Oh yeah, the sitemap is not working, sorry. Reviews? No. Pricing? Internships? Nah, I think I'm pretty sure there were blogs before. Did the blogs get removed? I think the blogs got removed. Yeah, doesn't matter. So that's definitely something that I would put it as a not an issue, I guess. Okay, uncategorized pages or posts, we'll just put it as an X. 404 pages, let's take a look at 404 pages. Response codes. Okay, so obviously we have a lot of 404 pages. The privacy policy, the sitemap, the website disclaimer, a couple of files as well, and then mobilesanders10.com, case studies, and some other pages. Yeah, so this is definitely something that I will go and redirect, I guess, because as you guys saw earlier on when I was browsing through the footer, I saw a couple of pages that are already 404. So definitely got to fix some of those. 302s. I don't think he has any. Oh, we got one. So we got a g.page as a 302, but I don't think he can control a 302 that is not his domain. So this is something that he can't help, because g.page is actually Google's domain. So I wouldn't worry about this. It's not an issue. Correct redirect thank you pages in place. I think Ruan is using Typeform, so we can't actually track if he's using Typeform. So I'm just going to indicate it as a not an issue. Footer and header links work now. We have some footer links that result in a 404 page. Thank you pages. I don't think Ruan has any of this stuff. All these are more for WordPress websites. As you can see, WP directories and authors and dates and whatnot. So if he's using Duda, I don't think there's any issue. Category, I don't think there's any issue. Thin content or no value pages, I don't think there will be an issue as well. So most likely this wouldn't really be very relevant. Meta keywords, we can take a look at meta keywords over here. Obviously there isn't any meta keywords, so I wouldn't worry about any of this, because probably there isn't even any thank you pages, and it's not a WordPress website, so there's no need to worry about all of this. Thin content, I don't think there's any thin content. Each page has a purpose, right? Who we are page is to establish trust. What we do page is to showcase all the services. I'm not sure what happened to the sub pages though, because I remember the sub pages were there before. I think Ruan went to remove it, or his team went to remove it. Reviews is obviously necessary because it's good social proof, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the pricing later on, okay, and why I want to talk about that as well. Oh, internships. Okay, so if you were to click on this, it should be redirected, right? I'm not going to mess around with Ruan, so I'm not going to do it now. contact us, same thing, it's a type form. Right, so let's continue. Multiple keywords. Okay, we don't have Google Search Console, so I'm going to leave it right now. Google Analytics, we also don't have any of that, so I'm going to leave it right now. Schema, so we're going to use this thing called Structured Data Testing Tool. What I'm going to do is just going to enter the home page in there. Again, like, people obsess over schema, right? But schema seriously is not a crazy thing to have. Like, it's not absolutely necessary, and it's not going to change your rankings overnight or anything. It's just, you know, a bonus, I guess. This tool is being shut down. Whatever. Yeah, so you can see there's no schema at all on the home page. We can just run it on the Reach Results test. So I think Google recently launched Reach Results test to take over Structured Data Testing Tool, but it's pretty much the same thing. It serves the same function. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So there's no schema, and I don't think it matters actually. His is more of a local business website. So Open Graph Data. Open Graph Data, if you guys are not familiar with what that is, it's basically the image that you see in the social media website. So like when you type this thing, Facebook debugging tool, right? Okay, and you enter let's say we enter Develomark's website inside. Theoretically, you should see this is the Open Graph data. So you can see it's very nicely designed. So I think Ruan has taken care of the Open Graph data as well. So we're just going to leave it right now. Yao asked, what are the things that brings the biggest ranking changes? I would say it's content for sure. Because if you have a solid content on your page, it will allow you to rank really, really well. And also, if you have a good domain, right? Like for example, for my website, we have an exact match domain or a phrase match domain, whatever you want to call it, which is bestseo.sg, right? Because it contains best and it contains SEO, right? And even though it doesn't contain Singapore inside, it will still outrank another website that has best SEO Singapore inside, right? So what do I mean by that is basically if you were to type this, let's say you type best SEO space Singapore, okay, you will see my website will come up first, followed by okay, mine again, and then maybe another website that has SEO Singapore Services.org. Yeah, so my point is that domain is definitely one big factor, and then after the domain is just really the content that's on the web page, like, you know, the keywords that you mentioned, the first 100 words. Although I don't really give a shit about like the first 100 words, right? Because I just want to make sure that the website converts well and I get the opt-ins that are required. And then obviously I can mention it again, and then, you know, just a little bit of direct response copy and whatnot. So I would say content is definitely number one. After the content is just, you know, go through this technical SEO checklist to really make sure that the website can get indexed, and, you know, you set up the goal tracking and stuff properly and monitor like the conversions. Because too many times, like, people focus about the rankings when realistically, like, you need to focus on the offer that you make on your website. Because if the offer is not compelling enough, like this, you know, like what Ruan is trying to do is like, he's basically asking someone to contact him directly, which is not really an offer to begin with. And I'll share a little bit more on that later. Okay, so let's go down here. Header and footers. Okay, this is for WordPress only, so we're gonna skip that. Google My Business, we don't have that, so we're gonna skip. Citations. I'm pretty sure Ruan built a shitload of citations before, so I'm not going to audit that. Page speed. Obviously, if he's using Duda, I think there wouldn't be an issue with the page speed. We can just take a look at that. Let's close this, and this, and this, and this. Yeah, Ruan still ranks well for his keywords though. Like if you were to type in Connecticut SEO, like he's still number 1, I believe, right here. And there even is the site links below it. So yeah, you gotta give props to him for that. So it's an F. So a lot of things is because okay. I know why this is the case, because he uploaded a lot of his clients' images. You can see it's not scaled properly. You can see it's, oh snap. Let me just, oh, it's actually scaled properly. Oh, that's weird. What's the reason why though? Some are not scaled properly, like this one here. Alright, 1920 times 1287. So that is the reason why. But again, I wouldn't worry too much about this, because as you guys saw on my site, it was loading pretty quickly, so it's not too big of a concern, honestly. Hosting name plus server speed, Duda, right, 4.8 seconds, whatever. Overall page speed timings, I'm just gonna you can see he has all these stuff. So image compression is something that he could kind of, Ruan could kind of work on, I guess. Browser caching is really pretty much okay. gzip, I would say it's not a problem. Is it wise though? I don't know what gzip means actually, but it's not a big deal. I'm just going to indicate it as X. JavaScript and CSS minification is not minified. Again, all these things are things that is beyond his control, because the hosting is done by Duda, and Duda doesn't allow you to control their hosting. CDN, I think he's done that, which is either Cloudflare or Duda's CDN. Mobile friendly. Okay, this is the part that I like, the web design part, right? And also what I call the offer. Mobile friendly, let's take a look. So like again, before you guys like shit on me or anything, like, oh, are you better than Ruan? Like no, like I am Ruan's student. Okay, like I learned from Ruan. Okay, so obviously for Duda it does not reflect directly on the browser, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my mobile phone to enter the website and see if it's mobile friendly. I'm pretty sure it is though, but I'm just going to do it anyways, because why not? So not sure whether you guys can see this, but it's definitely mobile friendly and stuff, right? And then if we click on this, the menu button will just pop up. So it's definitely mobile friendly. I don't think it's an issue at all. Breadcrumbs, I wouldn't say there is any breadcrumbs issues. Social media on site. By the way, if you guys are not sure what breadcrumbs are the thing that you see on the top of the page to allow you to go back faster. So what it looks like is, it might look something like I gotta bring up a shitty weird ass website to show you guys what it means. Sorry about that. Because breadcrumbs are a bit old. So this is a breadcrumb. You can see that, like, it's literally a crumb of a bread there, right? That's a breadcrumb. So that's what breadcrumbs are, and I don't think there's an issue with him having breadcrumbs. Social media on site. Again, all these things are just nice to have, right? To show Google that you're an active business, and I don't think Ruan has that, so I'm just going to indicate it as a Z. Call to action above full for highest traffic pages. Okay, so obviously Ruan has a call to action on his homepage, which is contact us, and maybe what we do. Okay, there isn't, but pricing. Okay, there isn't as well. Or contact us today. So the call to action is probably just here, I guess. So I would just take it as, yeah, it's there. Proper navigation, obviously there is a proper navigation, and he doesn't need AMP because this is not a news website. but WordPress does have the functionality of an AMP, which is accelerated mobile pages, which allows the website to load instantaneously on mobile. So what that looks like is basically, let me just show you guys if I open up my mobile phone, right, and share with you what I'm talking about. So essentially what a AMP is, or a accelerated mobile page is let me just find my website. Okay, so if you can see this, right, do you see the lightning little thing at the top here? Like, there's a lightning that basically represents an accelerated mobile page. And if I were to click on this result, right, oh, sorry, yeah, look at how fast that loads. It loads pretty much less than 2 seconds. So that's what, in fact, even less than 1 second. So that's what an accelerated mobile page is. And WordPress has this free plugin that allows you to just set up a accelerated mobile page, like for free, basically. Lead magnet above top pages. Yeah, this is something that I want to focus on. So the thing about the lead magnet is there isn't any lead magnets right now, because on, oh sorry, we forgot to, yeah, sorry about that. The thing about lead magnets over here, lead magnet above top pages, is that he doesn't actually have a lead magnet, because what Ruan is offering on the website is win the 2020s online. Develomark is a digital marketing company in Southington, Connecticut, offering website design, SEO, and PPC for local business. Contact us. So there isn't really a lead magnet. Right now, it's just Ruan directly trying to go for the sale, which is basically the equivalent of asking your prospect or your website visitor to marry you right away, right? It's like, look, we don't even need to go for a first date, let's just get married, right? Contact us so that you can get a quote. And in my humble opinion, the problem with doing that is that you add a lot more time to the sales cycle when you do that. What do I mean by that? So if you have a lead magnet and you allow the prospect to consume your content, okay, before they even speak to you and book a strategy session and speak to you on the phone, right, by entering like their name and email, and then you send them like something to their email, and then they consume that content, and then they get nurtured over a sequence of 7 emails, or they watch your video and whatnot, then obviously that would be infinitely more powerful as compared to asking them to contact you right away. You guys getting that so far? So essentially that's something that I would change, right? I would change the offer on the homepage to something like 5 money murdering mistakes website designers will never tell you. That kind of thing. Something that would attract the attention of your potential customer, and something that your potential customer want to find out on before they even engage your service. So Chase Trainer does this really, really well, right? Chase Trainer says like free SEO resources that will scare your competitors. Find out why you haven't heard about my SEO resources sooner. Grab my free templates, system, courses, and more, but don't let your competition find out. Name, email, get free resources now. So I think Chase has changed this. Previously, he was using a ManyChat opt-in, and then he has currently changed it to a name and email, which is what I am also doing as well, because I think that emails are infinitely more powerful than ManyChat opt-ins, simply because ManyChat opt-ins, they have a lifespan, right? In the sense that the moment Facebook says one day that you're not allowed to capture ManyChat opt-ins, then you're gone. But you basically lose the contact, right? But an email, on the other hand, is forever yours. It's an asset that you can keep for life, right? So that's why I think Chase also decided to transition. into a name and email opt-in. So it's the same across like all the other pages for Chaser's website. You could see, like, if you go to like SEO University, it's okay, this is enroll now, but maybe look at Ultimate SEO Pro Checklist and get a free resource. I think this is this is still the ManyChat opt-in. Okay, I might be wrong, but so I think what Chase is trying to do is he's trying to split test between a ManyChat opt-in and also a name and email opt-in. So that really is the difference, I would say. Since we're on stream, I was thinking, like, can I just share this thing? Is this how it works? How do I share? What is the URL for this stream? Share. Okay, I got a URL. Got it. Does it work this way? No? Shit. Okay. I don't know, let's give it a shot. Because I want the thumbnail to appear. Because I got a pretty... I went to set the thumbnail, right? Oh god, it doesn't appear. Shit. Why does it not appear? I want it to appear. Oh, okay. I gotta do it the other way around. I gotta use how do I delete this? This card. Delete from page. Alright. So back to this thing, right? The lead magnet thing, definitely something that I would fix. In fact, I would even enter there's this thing that I would like to pricing on website. So the thing about this pricing on the website, right? I really like what Ruan did here, pricing, right? As you can see, I even did it on my website, pricing as well. Now, the reason why we did it, like why Ruan did it and why I did it myself to enter the pricing, is because if you think about most website visitors that actually come to your website, what do you think is the number one thing that you want to know? Make a guess. Pricing. So why on earth would you keep the pricing to yourself if that's the number one thing that you want to find out, right? Like, what you have done is you're basically just created a process whereby the website visitor will basically call you or send you an email just for you to give them the pricing. And if you think about it, what that does for you is it adds an extra overhead for your team or yourself or your employees to basically answer the question of pricing. And if you get 10 inquiries a day asking the same thing of pricing, isn't that going to be a lot of work for you to deal with? Wouldn't you agree? So again, it's also, you're trying to hide something from them. You're basically what you're not, when you don't not show your pricing on the website, it's like, oh, we're not transparent enough to let you guys know our pricing because we're afraid that our competitors will know, and because it's a custom pricing for every single project. Now the reality is, if it's a custom pricing for every single project, then there also has to be a minimum pricing for the project to be started, right? So that is something that you also need to mention, because day in and out, I get a lot of people just asking me like, Jim, like, can you help me with my website design? Can you help me with my SEO? Can you help me with my Facebook ads? I'm like, yeah, sure, but you need to know that our pricing is not suitable for beginners. Because I get a lot of beginners like coming up to me and say, look, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Yeah, but my pricing is not beginner friendly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I charge a lot for what I do. I mean, a lot to beginners, but not a lot to a seasoned businessman or a business owner. So I just want to talk a little bit more about pricing, and the reason why Ruan and I did pricing is because we read this book. Okay, it's actually called "They Ask, You Answer" by Mark Sheridan. So, They Ask, You Answer, a revolutionary approach to inbound sales, content marketing, and today's digital consumer by Marcus Sheridan. So, in this book, right? Okay, what Marcus Sheridan shared is that on most websites on the internet, they simply do not talk about pricing. Seriously, if you think about it, like I can go to 5 of my competitors' websites today, and I can tell none of them have pricing. Like let's look at Impossible. Let's look at First Page. Let's look at this is the same as First Page. Let's look at VG Trio. Let's look at OOM. Let's look at all these other guys, right? Like let's just take a look. Okay. Let's even look at the Google Ads landing page. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Impossible Marketing, they've been in the market for close to about 7 years, right? Okay, but again, the whole website has zero mention of the pricing at all. So the only way I know how much they charge is I have to contact them, right? Same goes for SEO agency. I mean, First Page Digital, whichever, right? So it's the same thing. Like I will never know the price until I contact them. And if I am a consumer, if you think about it, like, do I really want to speak to a salesperson to find out the pricing? Or would I rather find out the pricing myself and determine whether it's a good fit before I even get on the phone with the salesperson? To me, it's like, there's absolutely no need to kind of hide the pricing at all, if they're ultimately going to find out anyways, right? Like your customer is ultimately going to find out anyways. So what's the reason behind why anyone wouldn't want to put their pricing? Yeah, maybe the real reason could be because you are afraid that the customer don't see the value before you tell them the pricing. Yeah, that's a valid reason. But then again, if you think about it, if they can't even afford it, what makes a difference when you finally let them know the pricing? What would be the difference when you finally let them know the pricing? Nothing, because they simply can't afford it. So it doesn't matter if you go through a 1 hour pitch or a 10 hours pitch or a 100 hours pitch. If they physically don't have the money, then it's just not going to make sense, right? So to me, that's the reason why I just decided to just be 100% transparent and just list out all my pricing, right? Same goes for Ruan. That's the reason why he did that. So yeah, I actually wanted to harp a lot on this point because I think most websites really do not talk about pricing when that's the number one question that every single website visitor will have when they land on a website. So there's that. I just wanted to cover on that. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're not even going to touch phase 2 and phase 3 and phase 4 and whatever. All we're going to do is we're going to go into Ahrefs and look at Ruan's website. So Ruan's website right now, like we saw earlier in this video, is somehow taking a pretty drastic change, if I can put it that way. I think it's because Ruan is busy working on his clients, and I respect that, right? Because he has many clients to deal with, and he definitely wants to focus more on the customer than his own website, and that's fine. There is no issue with that, right? In my humble opinion, I think the number one way to scale a business is to create a sensational product for your clients, and at the same time focus on marketing your services in the best way possible. So the way I look at it is, okay, the website, definitely there are certain changes that he can make here to make it more compelling and more powerful in order to get website visitors to convert. And you can see like this is something that is a little bit too big, right? I'm not sure what happened here, but this is something that can be fixed to make it more streamlined, to make it look something like that, so that it's in one line or in one row or something like that. So that's something that I would fix if I were you, Ruan, if you're watching this, and just pretty much put them in a single row rather than having them a little bit all over the place. So what Ruan should do is just do something like that, which is very, very nice, right? So just basically reassemble this whole portion and make it like one nice little row like that. So that's what I would do if I were you, Ruan. And aside from that, I think the keywords and let's just take a look at the keywords that he's ranking for. So let's look at the positions. So Develomark is obviously very, very branded right now. There's 1,400 monthly searches because of how Ruan has a following on YouTube. And CT SEO, which is Connecticut SEO, New York SEO, Connecticut SEO, New Jersey SEO, and New York SEO. So did Ruan drop for his New York SEO ranking? Nah, he's still here. Yeah, he's still killing it. So I think the bulk of the keywords are still there, the main money ones. Like, holy shit, Salt Lake City SEO has like a cost per click of 16. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. Like, wow, okay. It's not even here anymore. Yeah, so I think definitely there's room for improvement because for all the location pages that Ruan has, right, it's duplicated content in the sense that New York SEO is pretty much the same as Fort Lauderdale SEO or whatever else's location. So if you look at New York SEO's page and also Fort Lauderdale SEO's page, it's the same content. The only thing that he changed is the location. So that could be something that impacted because the content is largely duplicated, right? It's not different. So yeah, that's just one area that could be like improved. But I know Ruan doesn't really care that much about getting leads through organic search anymore because he finds that it's not as effective as getting clients from referrals, which is absolutely valid because I've been in the business for close to like a year plus, and I get the same thing as well because the referral clients are really like the golden clients, right? They trust you, they respect what you do, and they don't have a whole bunch of demands from as compared to an organic search client that comes in through organic SEO or PPC or Facebook ads or whatever the case is. So in terms of scaling a business, I think I would still focus on all channels. I would still want to get clients from SEO and PPC and Facebook ads and whatever, because to me, like that is the room and that is the path to scaling as compared to just depending on referral clients, right? Because the thing about referral clients is it's not predictable, right? You never know when the next referral will come, but in order to have a system that generates consistency and predictability, I think organic SEO and Facebook ads and whatnot is the way to go. Needless to say, I'm pretty damn sure like the bulk of Ruan's clients come from his YouTube channel, right, which is 105k subscribers. So I think that given this kind of metrics, like there might not even be a need for him to place so much emphasis on optimizing his website and stuff. So yeah, I think Ruan, if you're watching this, like don't take me too seriously. This is just my 2 cents worth. I just want to like share with you my thoughts and what I think could be kind of improved, right? And maybe, I don't know, maybe in the next video I'll do Chase Trainer, I'll audit Chase Trainer's site. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. in terms of like all these things, I will get it fixed. So yeah, if you could only choose one, FB ads or Google AdWords, definitely Google Ads, because Google Ads, it's more targeted, right? The thing about Google Ads is let me just draw you a diagram to kind of show you what I mean by that. So in any given market, okay, oh sorry, I did it the wrong way. In any given market, right, only 3%, okay, 3% of customers will want to buy now, okay, and then maybe another say 7%, okay, is problem aware, but okay, sorry, this is 3% is to buy now, okay, problem aware and actively looking for a solution, okay, and then maybe in the next 20%, okay, they are not problem aware and not actively looking for a solution, right? Okay, and then last one, oh sorry, this is sorry, problem aware and not actively looking for a solution, and the rest is probably not problem aware and not actively looking for a solution. Okay, so this percentage is probably what was it, 70%, I think. Okay, so if you look at this graph, right, okay, this pyramid, right, okay, this pyramid is what? This is your market size, okay? Your market size consists of 100% of the people in your market size. Only 3% of the customers are looking to buy now, right? So my question to you is, where do you think the 3% of customers that are trying to buy now would hang out? Google, right? Because if they were to go to Google to search for something like plumbing services, right, and then they will find a whole bunch of plumbers ready to kind of do business with that, right? Or if I were looking for, I don't know, maybe I want to buy Nike shoes, right? I'll just look at all the Nike shoes and then just buy them right away. So in any given market, 3% of customers are looking to buy now, and where they are hanging out is they're hanging out on Google, right? So therefore, if I could choose one channel, Facebook ads or Google ads, it's definitely Google ads, because these customers are ready to buy, right? They are problem aware and they're looking to buy right now to solve their issue, their problem. Whereas the rest of the markets, okay, I mean the rest of the market, like the rest of the 97% of the market, right, they are hanging out in places like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right, Reddit, TikTok, and whatever else, if you think about it, right? So, what the hell, that was a fly. That's the difference, right, between Google and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Reddit and chatbot and all that kind of shit. Because the people that are problem aware and actively looking for a solution might not be ready to buy now, right? But those that are on Google are actually looking to buy right now. So Google is definitely the first place that I would tap on. Like, it's the lowest lying fruit of any given market, right? It doesn't matter what you do. Like, it could be painting, it could be plumbing, it could be selling shoes, it could be selling braces, you know, whatever the case is, like, that's where your market is, right? And this is only just digital marketing, because if you look at traditional marketing, like, okay, maybe, you know, you're not trying to market to somebody that uses digital platforms like Facebook and Google and whatnot, right? Maybe you want to market to like the older market. Then it's irrelevant, right? Everything that we talk about here is all irrelevant, right? Because the fundamental of marketing is that you want to market where your market is hanging out, right? This is the important thing. Like, again, depending on where the market hangs out, that's where you want to market, right? Like, if my objective is to sell I don't know, maybe sell a 61 years old a retirement plan. Do you think the 61 years old would be hanging out on Facebook? Maybe. Do you think the 61 years old will be hanging out on Google? Maybe as well. But what are the chances that you can actually meet a 61 years old on Facebook and Google? It's probably less than you being able to meet a 21 years old on Facebook and Google, right? Because some older people don't use technology, right? That's just the way it is, right? Because they're scared, they don't like technology, they don't like they don't like to touch smartphones and whatever, right? So the point I'm trying to bring across is you want to market where your market is hanging out. So if I'm trying to target 61 years old, what should I do? Where do they hang out? Probably in the web market, right? Probably at the wet market, right? Because they're trying to buy fish, right? Again, I'm overly stereotyping here, but you get the point, okay? Because the point is, like, there's no point in trying to market in a location where your market is not even there. So the first step is really you need to identify where the market is, and then go there and market it. So but I think I digress, right? The whole point is still your question is if I could only choose one, Facebook ads or Google ads. So Google ads, because that is the lowest lying fruit. Yeah, the point is definitely there. Thanks. We got another viewer that is on the stream, but is currently not interacting, so I'm not sure why that's the case. I'm not sure what else I should do. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it right now. I'll definitely upload this stream. I'm not sure why YouTube doesn't allow me to post the chat log of the stream though. It's quite annoying because I always have no idea why that's the case. Like, there's no option for me to select. Like, you guys can take a look at this. Like, let me just show it to you guys. Like, there isn't an option for me to select like, where can I post the live chat and stuff when I end the stream. Like, I can't actually select. Yeah, I have no idea why. It's so annoying. See, unlist live replay once stream ends. Okay. Yeah, but welcome to YouTube, guys. It's difficult for people like me to figure out what I should be doing here. Alright then, probably gonna head out for dinner or something soon, and maybe in the next video I will just audit Chase Rainer's website. Chase Rainer's website. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.